welcome to your daily practice. Finding that nice, comfortable seated position. Allowing the hands to rest upon the knees. As you inhale, I want you to reach up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, close down the eyes and just start to get really present here in your practice. Take 2 more grounding breaths to arrive here at our practice on our mat. Maybe starting to activate that ujjayi breath. Slight constriction of the back of the throat as you inhale through the nose. Keeping that constriction as you exhale. Start to release the chin down to the chest. And just sitting up nice and tall, stretching through the backside body. As you exhale, we're going to start to roll the neck from side to side, right ear to right shoulder. Lengthening out that left side. Allowing gravity to do all the work here. Chin back down to chest, left ear, left shoulder. And just noticing wherever you're holding onto tension or tightness, just breathe right into that space. Starting to maybe set your intention for your practice today. Right ear, right shoulder. One last time, left ear, left shoulder. Returning your chin back down to your chest, bringing the head up to a neutral position, bringing the arms into cactus arms. As you inhale, gaze goes up, open the chest, fill the front side body with oxygen. As you exhale, elbows together, round the upper back. 2 more times, inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round, elbows together. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Returning back to a neutral spine, bringing yourself onto your hands and knees. We're just gonna go into a child's pose just for a few grounding breaths. Melting your chest all the way down to the mat. Wiggle your hips right and left, get your hips right in between your thighs. And then melting the chest down towards the mat. We'll take 2 breaths here. Putting pressure into the palms, starting to lift your upper body up. Bring your knees back in line with your hips. Your wrists in line with your shoulders. We're going to work through some cat-cows. As you inhale, open the chest, the belly drops. Gaze goes up. And then as you exhale, round from the tailbone all the way towards the upper back, pushing yourself away from the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, belly drops, open the chest. Exhale, round. We're going to take 2 rounds of breath to just move the upper body in any direction it's asking for, maybe opening up into the rib cage, dipping into the hips, the shoulders, the neck, wherever it is that the body needs attention. And just breathe into that space. One more big breath here. And then bringing your spine back to a neutral position. We're going to tuck the toes under and send up the hips for our first down dog. So we're going to take our time here in our first down dog. We're going to pedal the feet right and left, stretch out those hamstrings. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, spread the fingers nice and wide, even out the weight in the hands. Bringing in whatever movement into the body we need. just checking in with your breath. If you've lost any of that quality of breath, just gently guide it back. And then as you exhale, bend deep into the knees, look to the hands, and then walk your hands forward. Right into your inhale, halfway lift, flat back, reach through the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold. Let it go. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And we're just going to hang out here in our forward fold. Maybe crossing the elbows, thumbs tucked into the elbow creases, allowing the head to dangle. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. Make sure the spine is nice and long. And releasing the arms down, bend deep into the knees, swing the arms up and overhead. Maybe gaze goes up, reaching up. And then right away, hinging at the hips, folding forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time you're going to plant the hands, you're going to step back, high plank. Now we're going to hold in our high plank here, making sure that everything's nice and active. We're pushing our upper body away from the mat. Our hips are nice and low, our core is activated. Our fingers are spread nice and wide. We're lengthening through the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Nice and strong here, holding for 1 more breath. And then either lowering knees, chin, chest, or if you'd like to go full version, squeezing the elbows into the chest just halfway. Inhale into up dog or cobra. And then exhale back, rolling over the toes, down dog. Staying here for 3 counts of breath. Guiding that Ujjayi breath back. Maybe bringing in some gentle movement into your down dog, or maybe just finding yourself in stillness here. 1 last breath. And then exhale, you can release the knees down to the mat. And we're just going to go into our posture for today, which is easy pose. So there's a few variations you can move into here. The first variation is just sitting straight onto your mat, legs crossed. And I always encourage people to look down at the legs and see which one is in front. And then I encourage you every time you come to your mat to switch the foot that is in front so that you can balance out the hips. This is really important because over time you'll start to notice that your hips will shift, and it maybe sometimes can do more damage than it can do good if we're not making sure that we're staying balanced in the right and the left side. From here, you're going to make sure that the fleshy parts are out from underneath your sit bones and that you can feel both sit bones firmly planted into the mat. And then from here, you want to almost start to stack each vertebrae one at a time all the way up to the crown of the head, reaching up towards the ceiling with the crown of the head. And then as you breathe, you want to imagine that you're lengthening up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then as you exhale, you want to relax the shoulders, the arms, and the legs. So this is why they call it easy pose, because there's not too much effort that's required for this posture, but it is something that you want to find a nice balance in it so that you're not doing any damage to the hips or the back, and it becomes a very comfortable posture that you can bring yourself into your meditative state with. So once you find this posture, you can either rest your palms facing down if you want to ground down, or you can flip your palms facing up if you need to bring in more energy today. Just keep that in mind every time you find this posture. And we're just going to take 2 grounding breaths here so you can close the eyes. Again, every time you inhale, I want you to think about lengthening up through the crown of the head. Every time you exhale, I want you to release, relax. anywhere you're holding on to unnecessary tension. Let's take one more deep breath. Good. Gently blinking open the eyes. We're just going to make our way all the way down onto our back. We're going to take a nice happy baby, bringing the bottom of the feet up towards the ceiling, pulling for the outer edges of the feet, and guiding the knees down towards the mat on either side. From here, you're going to bring your tailbone all the way back down to the mat and your shoulders back down towards the mat. Slightly humble your chin, so tuck your chin and then lengthen through the crown of your head. So this will bring you to a nice flat back onto the mat, which is really important to get the most benefit out of this posture. And then gently releasing that as you hug both knees into the chest. Just give yourself a rock from side to side. Maybe some circles with the knees. And then allowing the arms to go up to the side. Knees fall over to the right for a gentle supine twist as you gaze over that left shoulder. Feeling that nice detoxifying twist all the way through the upper body. And then gently pulling the knees back to center all the way over to the other side. Gaze is over that right shoulder now. And then knees back into the center. Moving to your final posture in your yoga practice today, Shavasana. Allowing the shoulder blades to tuck under, palms come to face the ceiling, feet fall naturally out to the sides. We're just going to take 3 grounding breaths here, cleansing the body with fresh oxygen. Deep inhale. Exhale. Sink deeper as you inhale. Exhale, drop in. Last breath. Inhaling, bringing more oxygen and more energy into the body as you reach up and overhead with the arms. Stretch the toes forward. Exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock from right to left until you eventually bring yourself all the way over onto your right side, pushing yourself up with that opposite arm. Bringing hands into heart center. Inhaling the thumbs up to the third eye. The space in between the eyebrows for right thought. As we exhale, the thumbs down to the lips for true speech. And then finally back down to the heart for acts of compassion. Namaste, everyone.